I'm Mandy Swift, your online marketing trainer. Welcome back to my garden and welcome back to part 2 of this video series. Now, in part 1, I talked about the number 1 cardinal sin that novice marketers and new business owners make when we start our marketing. We start at the above ground level. We start at the level of advertising and we don't understand the foundations that we need to put in place before our business gets out the door. And today I want to talk to you about the number 2 cardinal sin that novice marketers make. And that is to put all their advertising out there without testing and measuring to see whether or not it's going to work. Put your hand up. Have you ever put an advert in the print media and really gotten a really poor response back? Have you ever put an advert online? Have you ever spent money or time? Because in marketing, it doesn't matter if you're spending your dollars or you're spending your time. Time is money. If you spent a ton of time out there on social media driving traffic back to your website and you just haven't got the results that you were expecting, have you ever wondered why? And I'm going to suggest to you it's because you started this big advertising campaign without knowing whether or not it was going to be successful before you started. Why am I here in my garden with you telling you that today? Because that's exactly what I did with my gardening last year. I planted rows and rows and rows of all the vegetables that I wanted to harvest in the autumn without spending a moment to test whether or not any of them were actually going to grow in the soil that I had here. And the results, well, some did grow, most of them didn't, some of them could have done an awful lot better. And that's going to be the same results that you can expect from your advertising. Now, if I'd have been smart with my garden, if I'd approached it like I approach marketing, then I would have planted half a row of this seed, half a row of that seed, half a row of this seed, and I would have worked out which vegetables were going to perform best for me this year in this soil. Try that with your advertising. Before you spend a ton of time or money on just one big form of advertising, test lots of different little ways and find out where is your target market, where are the people going to respond to you best. When you know the best advert for you, when you know the best website for you, when you know the best ways of talking to people, then you can roll it out on a bigger level. And exactly the same thing is true for your email lists. Don't go emailing your whole entire list with a brand new offer. Test it. Test it on a really small portion of your list first. If you don't get any results or any response from that part of your list, then why do you think you're going to get a bigger response just because you roll it out to a bigger number of people? You won't. It's the second biggest cardinal sin. And the third and last big cardinal sin that I want to talk to you about today is going out there and repeating the same mistake again. Here's what I did. I planted rows of carrots and I pulled them up and I had no carrots on the end of my frond. So I thought, don't worry, never mind, it was just that time. And I went and I planted some more carrots in the same spot, and guess what? Nothing happened. I had no carrots the second time around either. If you're advertising, if you've been advertising week after week in the same place, or if you've been using the same type of advertising medium for a period of time and it hasn't drawn you any results, then stop. Because it's not about to magically transform and change. You need to test, tweak, and change what it is you're doing if you want to change the response you're getting. So I've enjoyed welcoming you into my garden again today. I really hope that message drives home for you. You're going to save so much time and you're going to save so much money if you can just take on board this concept of testing and measuring your advertising on a small scale before you roll it out big time. I would love to hear your comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on advertising that's worked for you, advertising that maybe hasn't. If you found the video useful, please share it on. Happy marketing, happy gardening. I'll see you in the next video.